Healing Empowerment Transformation. Author Stephanie M. Seton presents. Trying to Love Them is a compelling anthology that brings together the voices of diverse women, each sharing their heartfelt accounts of trying to love Black men. This collection delves deep into the struggles faced by Black men, struggles that are often rooted in the generational trauma of slavery and perpetuated by cultural and societal pressures. The anthology highlights the profound challenges these men encounter in finding solace, peace, and the ability to give and receive love. Through candid and powerful narratives, the women in this collection offer a raw and honest look at the complexities of loving Black men in a world that frequently denies them the opportunity to thrive emotionally and spiritually. Trying to Love Them is more than a collection of stories. It's a call to action. It urges readers to recognize the historical and cultural contexts that shape the lives of Black men and to approach love with empathy, patience, and an unwavering commitment to understanding. It is my hope that this anthology will inspire conversation.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Stephanie M. Seton Sunday Show. I am so glad that you have tuned in with us again tonight. Tonight is going to be a very exciting, full of energy night. Tonight we have got my favorite couple in the house, Miss
Yeah,
Porsha Gilmore and Mr. Carl Roberts, the motivator.
motivator, motivator.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Hi.
Listen, this is going to be an amazing conversation tonight. Like, tag, and share. Make sure that you subscribe to the Stephanie M. Seaton Sunday Show. We are going to jump in with our conversation tonight. We're going to be covering what both of them have been up to, what they've got going on. They recently got back from a really nice vacation. They're going to tell us about the highlights of the vacation as well as their different brands. So go ahead and get comfortable so that you can tune in. Again, like, tag, and share. Welcome, 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 friends. So let's start
Stephanie.
off.
Yeah.
That car, rise and elevate, rise and elevate.
Hey, rise and elevate, guys. I know it. I know it. You know how it is.
All right, let's see. Miss Portia, I'm going to ask you first. So
Sure.
one of the questions that I ask all of my guests are, please tell us who you are. We will let you answer, and then Mr. Carl will tell us who Mr. Carl is.
Okay. Well, hello, everyone. And Stephanie, first, I would like to thank you for this invite. I greatly appreciate it.
Welcome.
But my name is Portia Gilmore. I am, I like to say, I was born in California. I mean, the California girl is in me, but I'm a Southern girl at heart. So I grew up in Arkansas, a very small town in Arkansas. It's about an hour outside of Texarkana and 2 hours outside of Little Rock, called Magnolia, Arkansas, home of Southern Arkansas University, the Marauders. Not sure anyone that's familiar with that, but I wanted to bring that, shout them out.
All right.
And I'm a mother of one daughter, Zenaria, who's a senior this year. So she's about to graduate high school. um, and mainly what I've been doing a lot in my spare time, of course, supporting Rise and Elevate,
Yeah.
as well as working on my own brand, which is I'll introduce in a little bit.
Okay.
P2G, which is pray to God with the power, because there's power in prayer.
Yeah.
And so I've been in my spare time, though. I love singing, which I'm pretty much singing behind the scene.
Listen,
Um,
I
I
tried
do,
to make it happen tonight, you all, but they told me we're gonna put that on ice. But I
yeah,
tried to make it
I'll give
happen
y'all.
tonight.
Yeah, I'll definitely give y'all a little spiel soon. But besides singing, I love dancing. I've
Okay.
always loved dancing. Spending time with family, volunteering, helping others, just filling in wherever need be, has always been me. Um, and so a couple of years ago, I had been asking God, like, over and over again, like, I hear people speak about purposes of life,
Right.
and I kept asking God, like, what is my purpose? I mean, I know I may be serving my purpose, but I don't have specifics as to what my purpose is. And I asked him, I want to utilize my name to represent you and how you live within me. I
Right.
said, so what can we come up with? And it was pray to God. And I was like, okay,
Right.
pray to God. And I said, okay, well, what can I say besides praying to God? And I thought, well, God said to me at the same time, it's power in prayer. And I said,
Mhm.
okay, well, that works. That'll be a stronger way of uniting our people. So
Right.
my mission in it all is to inspire, uplift, unite people through the power of prayer. And
Okay.
in these needed times, we need to lift each other up, whether it's physical or whether it's behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Um, so I definitely like to, utilize my spiritual side of things to just be more of as Carl is a motivator. I'm an inspirator. Let's say.
Okay, okay.
Um,
Yeah.
so you can unite those things because you
Yeah,
still motivate to inspire and you inspire to motivate. So
yeah.
they work hand in hand. So
Yes, yes.
with that being said, and this is my shirt, y'all. I didn't
Okay,
tell
I
you.
like that.
Thank you.
Okay.
What that
And
say? What that say?
P2G.
What's
Pray to
under
God.
what's under there?
I can do all things through
And we'll
Christ who
talk about
strengthens me.
we'll talk about Philippians 4:13.
Philippians
Oh,
4:13. All
So
right, I
yeah,
like that.
that's one of my favorite, Miss Stephanie. You know, in the good book, there's many.
There's a lot of them.
Yes,
Yes,
but this
yes.
particular one resonated with me because that's the one I particularly asked God to give me the strength to be able to do. So
That's
mm.
a
that's
blessing.
how that was
That's a
chosen.
blessing. Well, thank you, Miss
You're
Portia.
welcome.
Come on, Carl Roberts, Mr. Motivator, rise and elevate.
Man, I'm
Here we
excited.
go.
No, I'm the roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. We go. Yeah, I'm the motivator, Carl Roberts. If you
Yes.
don't know me, I'm the motivator, and I'm from California as well. I'm from California. I don't know if we meet in California. Nah, we didn't meet in California, PG. But I'm a, I'm a local motivator down here in Fort Worth, Texas. So you got your homegrown motivator, Carl Roberts, in
All
Fort
right.
Worth, Texas, right here in the backyard, guys. Y'all use me to motivate you everywhere, inspire you, uplift you, and educate you on everything you want to know. I just want you to know. I don't want you to tell somebody you didn't know. I'm gonna tell you. You come to country, boy, Carl Roberts, the motivator. I'm gonna tell you what to do. I'm gonna tell you how to be uplifted and how to be celebrate yourself and uplift yourself and come bring somebody else up with you. I'm telling you, we got to come together, guys. We got to come together. That's all it's about. Just like Stephanie got us on the show coming together. That's all her show is about, is everybody come together. If you pop on the show, you always see people coming together. So my heart goes out to you, Stephanie. I love you.
Thank you.
You know
Thank you.
thing. Oh man. And you know
Thank
how I get excited about being a motivator. So
Yes, I love you too, Carl. I love you, Miss Portia. Y'all are
Thank
amazing.
you.
So
Thank
let
you.
me
Thank
let me
you.
before I start asking questions, let me just tell you about this couple right here. This couple right here, they just, they just make you smile. I remember the very first time I met them. And they came up and I talked to Carl first. It was at one of the merchant mixes. And then I met Miss Portia, and I just said, those are some beautiful people. But as I continued to watch them, they both just smile all the time. And so I call them the smiling couple, okay? I mean, they literally are just smiling all the time. They're a blessing to be around. They really do lift you up. You cannot be in a bad mood around these two right here. They have just this relationship that's visible, that they just exude inspiration, as Portia said, and motivation. Carl also has the clothing line, and so with the clothing line, the Rising Element, they dressed alike. They do all that cute, mushy stuff. But I just really like these two people. They are amazing. And so I strongly encourage you, support their brands. Carl Roberts, the Motivator, Rise and Elevate. Miss Portia Gilmore, her P2G, which is
Pray to God with
pray
power
to
and
God.
prayer.
Pray to God. That's right. So listen, whatever you do, make sure that you like, tag, and share anything they've got going on. They're just some amazing people, and they're down to earth. Very amazing people, and they're down to earth. The way that we are talking right now, this is who they are all day long. They're just really good people, real people, and I love real
Yeah.
people.
Thank
Um,
you, Stephanie. Thank you.
yes, yes, yes.
Mhm.
Let's get into the interview. I know both of you have got a lot of things going on. I think it's also amazing how y'all both support each other
oh,
with the brands. And that's really important. And like you said, Carl, that's what it's about. None of us are in competition with each other. That's what it's about, is supporting each other, saying, hey, my friends got this going on. Just lifting each other up. It's okay for everybody to be successful, for everybody to be at the
Right.
table.
that's
And I really love that, how, we're in our networking circle. Everybody's supporting each other. That's one of the
right,
things that
right.
I think is so beautiful. Um, Prayer is very important and very powerful. And I know you
Mhm.
said that was one of the big things for you, Miss Portia. And that definitely played a big part in the name of your group. So tell me your personal experience with prayer and it being so important to you.
Oh, Miss Stephanie. Okay, where do I begin? Well,
Take-
I was first speak on prayer is
Okay.
important because it's our way of communicating with God, first of all,
Yes.
who is our
Yes.
creator. In with prayer is it helps with our desires, our pains, our stresses, our everyday walk of life, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So in every day that we get that is unforeseen, because
Hmm.
no day is seen, is unforeseen. We don't never
Yeah.
know what tomorrow or the next hour or minute may bring.
Right.
Um, it is just to me the way of communicating worship, relationship, request, repentance, faith. It's the
Hmm.
numerous amount of things that prayer does for people: blessings, power,
Yes.
transformation.
Yes.
And for me, I've been through some different things in life. One particular story, real quick, some years ago, I was diagnosed with asthma at a later age in my life, and unfamiliar with what asthma does to the body.
Hmm.
And so I was, well, what I ended up finding out was I didn't feel stressed, but my body was stressed. And that's why
Mm.
it's very important to pay attention to your body, because your body will
Yeah.
tell you. And
Yeah.
so what happened with my body at this time, it went into a transformation of disablement. I was
Mm.
disabled. I
Wow.
um felt an out of body kind of experience one day, and I was
Mm.
telling my mom, like, I don't feel great, so I just need to rest. Well, on the next day, I woke up to not really knowing who people were. I couldn't walk, I couldn't
Mm.
talk. I had to go through months of therapy to learn how to walk again, to talk again, to do
Wow.
all of those things that our body is supposed to be able to do every day, truly,
Yeah.
to function.
Mm.
And I felt, now that I experienced it, I felt God was telling me to slow down, to calm down, to
Mm.
just
Hmm.
give more attention to self. I was working multiple jobs at the time, three
Yeah.
jobs at the time. So I was
Mhm.
really putting a lot of strain and stress on my body and not paying attention to the body.
Right.
And so that was the time where I just became more closer to God, asking
Yeah.
God to, help me through this journey because I needed his strength.
Yeah.
And so at that time, his strength was my strength because I
Yeah.
couldn't have the strength within myself. It had to
Yeah.
come through him. So at the time, like I said, he was already, as God, we know he already written our story of
That's
life.
right. Yeah.
I just didn't see it at the time. It just was brought to my attention at the right time.
Yeah.
So that just gives you a little bit as to why P2G is really an importance to me now in my, as I gotten older and wiser and seasoned, as people
Yeah.
like to use now, seasoned.
Yeah.
I feel like it was just, he just brought it forth to me in a time where is the time is now.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. And thank you for sharing that testimony
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
us because the fact that you're here with us, walking and talking and
Well,
going on
mm-hmm,
vacations and all this stuff now
mm-hmm.
is proof of the power of the Lord. And
Yes.
so thank you
Mhm.
so much for sharing
You're welcome.
that with us. And, the Lord is still in the blessing business. He's still doing a lot of things that, you know, um, people say can't be done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um, I was thinking as you were talking, Miss Portia, the Bible says that his strength is made perfect in our weakness. And
Mm.
so, as you said, you
Man.
felt weak, you had to rely on his strength. That's what his
Mhm,
word says.
mhm,
And that's how he shows up in our life. When we get to the point that we can't go on, that's when we usually surrender and he
yes,
takes
ma'am.
over
Yes,
because
ma'am.
we have to get to a point that we actually allow him
Yeah. Mhm,
to be in
mhm,
control. And
mhm.
sometimes it's not until something happens with our body or our minds that we finally yield. And so that is a really good testimony. That's really good, inspirational.
Thank
Um,
you. Thank you.
so I was going to ask you if you believe that the power of prayer changes things, but obviously, I mean, you're a living testimony that it
Oh,
definitely
yes, ma'am.
changes things.
That's exactly what I stated. Because if
Yeah,
I feel like if we allowed the Holy Spirit to work in us, it shifts
yeah,
the mindset, and it also
mhm,
gives God a closeness to draw into us to help us transform
yeah,
into what He would want us to be and how He would want us to handle certain situations. At the same time, He also knows we're human.
yeah,
We're
yeah,
gonna have those moments of feeling like he's not there, like he's not
Yeah.
responding timely in a timely
Yeah.
fashion, or
Yeah.
that he has left us at the wayside.
Yeah.
But God told us he's always going to be there. He'll
Yeah.
never leave nor forsake
Never
us.
leave us nor
And
forsake.
those words are powerful, even though
Mhm.
at the time of us going through trials and tribulations, it's hard for us to kind of take that in, soak it in, you know? And
Yeah.
so we just have to continue to say, Lord, you know, that faith of a mustard seed does a
That's right.
lot, you know.
That's right. Yeah, I had this, you know how you get this revelation of things. It's like you know
Mhm.
something, but
Mhm.
then all of a sudden it really hits you. I was
Mhm.
listening to a pastor preaching. I was in Dallas one weekend and I went to a church in Dallas,
Mhm.
and the pastor was preaching, and I've used this so many times since I heard it. But kind of like what you just said, when we're going through trials and tribulations, we think that the Lord has left us or he's abandoned.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so what the preacher was talking about was when people who have like vineyards, right?
Mhm.
They grow grapes in order to make
Mhm.
wine with the grapes, right?
Mhm.
And he was talking about how the groomer, I'm gonna say the Lord in a minute, but the groomer has
Mhm.
to cut the branches back so
Branches.
many
Mhm.
times in
Yeah.
order to get the best
It's
wine,
true.
right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Mhm.
bringing it into to us being the grapes, okay? So the Lord has to put us in some situations sometimes.
Mhm. Mhm.
Your pain has purpose, in other words. And
Yes.
what hurts and what feels uncomfortable is really just transition. And
Mm.
so those times when we think that the Lord is breaking us down, he's trying to destroy us, he's left us, what you have to take into consideration, and this is the part I loved about what he said, when the groomer grooms the branches, you have to be as close as possible. You are right
Mhm.
up on the branch grooming it, you
Mhm.
know. But the reality is this, the grooming don't feel good.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
that's when the Lord is closest to
Yes,
us,
to
when
us.
we're going
Mhm.
through the fire. You know,
Right.
our
Yes,
mind
ma'am.
makes us, yeah, our mind makes us think he's separated, he's left, but no, no,
Mhm.
no. He is as closest to you as possible when he has you in the fire. And
Yes,
if we
ma'am.
could just keep our minds on that, just think about how empowered we would be if we can, think about that and not get to that woe is me, which is, it's our human nature to do
Mhm.
that. But
Mhm.
ever since I heard that minister speak on that, I try to tell myself when I'm going through a challenge, the Lord has something in this for me to learn, and I got to get to the other side. He's closest to me now. I just tell myself he's closest to. He has not, because the
Mhm.
word says, like you said, he'll never leave us nor forsake us,
Mhm.
and so it's something he's trying to get you to get to the next level.
To level.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Because
So
that fire won't burn always.
Right.
He'll put out
right,
the
right,
fire. And like I always like this, like you said, pain is purpose. I feel like hurt
yeah.
is healing, and love is
Ooh, I
balance.
like that. I
So
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, and so I tell Carl this a lot too. Like he's no negative nothing.
Yeah.
I
Ooh,
always
you
want to
got a lot
turn.
of good phrases.
Yeah, I like to turn. I like to want to turn those negative to positive, because you
Yeah,
think about it. A negative is just a line.
there you
Mhm.
go.
You can add the positive to it.
That's
You
right.
can add to it to make it a positive. So that's the
That's right.
greatest thing about the interchanging thereof.
Mhm.
I love it.
So I'm trying to, keep that same mindset of through, trouble don't last always.
There
That's
you go. There
Trouble
you
only
go.
lasts as long as you allow it to last.
there you
That's
go.
right. That's
And
right.
so, and it's again, it's just the human nature side of us as
Yeah.
humans. God
Yeah.
didn't we wasn't created in perfection,
Mhm.
in
No.
perfect form. We were
Right.
we were we were we was created in sin, but through that sin, God said we have to come together. We have to unite together. We have to uplift and hold each other up. You
Yeah.
know,
We,
and
we're
that's
supposed
the
to
problem
strive
that we
for
tend.
perfection. Yeah, we're
Yes, yes,
striving.
yeah.
Every day we're striving for perfection.
Mm.
You
What I
know what?
say, babe, I have to show y'all some, like, I got some other sayings. Strive. And when you say strive, I have a also a t-shirt line that's striving to survive.
Oh,
And
wow.
striving and surviving. So yeah,
Striving and
I'll
surviving.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Well, listen, I have a question for Mr. Carl Roberts. I asked him
Woo-hoo.
this question when we spoke about a week ago, and I'm still gonna push him to write this book, even though he done backed out on me. I'm gonna push him to write this book. And the question I asked Mr. Carl Roberts the other day
Oh man.
is, what was your life like before Rise and Elevate? And I know it was something to tell,
Mm,
because then and now you are so passionate
right.
about what you do that I know there has to be a story. So tell us, Mr. Carl Roberts, what was life like before Rise and Elevate?
Brace yourself.
Hey, we
That's
ready. This is healing, empowerment, and transformation.
Yes, ma'am.
We are ready.
Yeah.
that's that's a big story. We ain't got enough time for all that.
We ain't got enough for it. Okay. Well,
That's
just
gonna go,
tell us a snippet.
that's gonna go in the book though. But
Okay.
before Rise and Elevate, it was a young man, Carl Roberts,
Okay.
Rise and Elevate. And the man Carl Roberts, well, the little boy Carl Roberts, didn't have nobody to look up to.
Mm,
Never had nobody to look up to. He didn't have an uncle to look up to.
mm-hmm,
He didn't have a dad to look up to.
mm-hmm,
He made a lot of mistakes in life.
okay.
He made a lot of mistakes in life. And if he would have only had somebody to have his back or somebody to speak to
Right.
lead him in the right direction, then Carl
Right.
Roberts probably been really maybe a mogul at there or something.
Okay.
But the vision came in 2019 as he grown.
Okay.
God sent, told me something in my dream. I'm supposed to be doing something. So
Okay.
he said I'm supposed to be motivating these people. I'm supposed to be motivating these youth. So me as Carl Roberts, I had a lot of mistakes that I did. So
Yeah.
me, I'm not wanting another young guy to go through the same thing that I went through.
Right. Right.
So I start motivating them, telling them things. And if I come in contact with anybody, I didn't want anybody to say they didn't know.
Right.
So that's when I took the initiative upon myself,
Mm-hmm.
elevate somebody, inspire people, and uplift people throughout the world.
Yeah.
And through radio, through podcasts, through me just talking to anybody I come in contact with, I
Yeah.
have to somebody. That's my passion. That's my purpose,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm supposed to do, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing. So it's
Yeah.
just change myself, and I want to change everybody else. I want to go in everybody's household and change everybody. And I know it starts with just that change. You know, it
Yeah.
starts with that communication. And it's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of us guys that don't communicate. I know women communicate a lot. They talk and they can talk it out. But guys, we leave everything in.
Right.
You
Right.
know, communicate. You know, even some of my fathers, you know, like my father, uh, he was there, but he wasn't there.
Right.
You know, so I still didn't learn from him. I didn't learn nothing. Only thing I
Yeah.
did is pop across the head if I did something wrong, but I didn't know what I was doing at a young age. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's that process of you trying to change the cycle. So
Yeah.
when I had a family, I tried to change the cycle, you
Mm.
know, and be successful at changing the cycle and uplifting somebody where you can just communicate. You don't have to whoop a kid to death or nothing like that. You can talk to them.
Yeah.
You can tell they did, you know, and uplift them. So but that's the reason for Rise and Elevate. And Rise and Elevate is a family.
Yeah.
So I'm Rise and Elevate. Stephanie, you Rise and Elevate. Porsche, you Rise and Elevate. Everybody around us is Rise and Elevate. I'm
Yeah.
just the face of Rise and Elevate.
Right. Right.
But when we do something good, I say we'll rise and elevate to that. You might say,
Yeah.
well, I just wrote a book, Stephanie. Rise and elevate to that. That means
Yeah.
you did good. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. P2G, P2G 413, P2G, you did good. Rise and elevate to that. We rise and elevate. We all rise and elevate. We go to the
Yeah.
top. And once we get at the top, we're at a mountaintop. We all holding hands and we coming together. And
Yeah.
then we picking each other. We picking each other up, and we lifting each other up, and we're going to the next level. It's that
Yeah.
together that we don't have as a community, and it's places like this Stephanie show that brings us together. But we need to everybody need to be on the same page.
Right.
And
Right.
that's what Rise and Elevate is about. Everybody being on the same page, nobody hating on each other,
Right.
everybody congratulating each other.
That's right.
That's what Rise and Elevate is about. So that came Carl Roberts to Rise and Elevate to the motivator.
All right. All right. All right. Well, okay. Very good. Very good. And I know that you will share more of your story in your book as you had shared and as you had stated.
Yeah.
But I would like to know, Mr. Motivator, Mr. Carl Roberts, Mr. Rise and Elevate. Um, what do you do to work on your own mindset? How do you keep your own mindset on path when you find yourself in situations that would normally be overwhelming, that kind of seem like are not going to go in your favor? What do you do, Mr. Carl Roberts, the motivator? What do you do to help yourself?
To help myself, first of all, I pray. Second of all, I got a little picture on my wall,
Okay.
and it's a picture frame of me when I'm 5 years old.
Okay.
I look at that picture every morning, and I look at that picture of me, 5-year-old versus the umpteen years me. I'm umpteen years old, and I tell the kid, I got your back.
Okay.
I got
Okay.
your back. I look him in his eye every day and say, I got your back. So who ain't gonna have their own back? So I'm gonna work on my mindset that way, and then I surround myself with like-minded people, like you, Stephanie, like Porsha, that's in my ear. They're gonna tell me something positive. If I get off track, I showed you the train a while ago. We're gonna stay on that same train track. We ain't gonna derail. Y'all keep me on track. So you surround yourself with positive people that's gonna stay positive. And when they see you do something, you might not like it, but if they tell you the truth, they love you, they gonna tell
Yeah.
you the truth. You're gonna believe in them, and you're gonna get right back on track. So
Yeah.
work your mind is something you got to do daily. Daily. It don't matter. Whatever comes into your path, you got to daily elevate yourself daily. Give yourself some time to think before you react to things, and change your mindset. You got daily. It don't matter what you go through, guys. I'm telling you. So people out there that y'all listening, you got to consistently do this. It's consistently work on your mindset. And as you grow, it'll get better and better and better and better. And that mindset, once you start, say me, for me, I do positive, not no, nothing. My motto is no negative nothing. So it's always positive. So it's everything positive. If I get around somebody, they're gonna be positive and not negative. I help you out, and I try to reach back. I'm gonna reach back and try to get you positive. I'm gonna try to get you on the right track. But if I keep going and you're not negative, then I'm kind of wasting. I don't want to waste my time. But I'm finna try to lift you up, empower, educate you, go to the next level. So and by me doing that, it's working on my own self too. Me lifting
That's
you
true.
up,
Yeah.
self too. So that's getting me stronger and stronger and stronger. And once you steady positive people gonna start attracting to you. Positivity attracts. So by it attracting, it's like it's bouncing off of me. It's bouncing off me. It's bouncing to Porsha. It's bouncing off Porsha. It's going to you, Stephanie. So it's like a whole circle. So now we got that circle. We got that circle of pour. We're pouring into each other. We're pouring into each other. And I don't know what else to tell you after that.
Well, thank you. I was visualizing it. Um, I do want to ask you. I was interviewing a young lady Tuesday night, Miss Marada Bradford. She is an amazing young lady, and she's a author and poet, and just real. She's real. And we were talking the other night about how when you've been through some different traumas and you healed from some different things in your life, she was talking about the younger version of herself. And I thought about that when you said you have that picture of your 5-year-old self. And I shared with her the other night how when I wrote my very first book, I dedicated that book to my younger version of myself.
Oh,
And my nickname growing up was Tanky. And some people call me Step, and some people call me Step Marie.
that
And
much.
so when I wrote that book, I wrote it to Tanky, to Step, and to Steph Marie. And
Mm,
I pretty much said the little girl that didn't get to live as a little girl, the little girl that was invisible, that didn't have a voice, blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
And Marada was actually saying something similar to that, that when she does the things that she's doing now, she
Mm,
thinks about her younger self and the things that she went through in her younger self. And that's her pushing, that's her
that,
motivation, that's her, drive that keeps herself going.
that's right.
And so I thought it was you said it because I've never heard a man say it. And I'm starting to have more men be more emotionally intelligent. And I think it's amazing that
Mm-hmm.
men are beginning to have conversations about how they feel, about how things affected them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that is just amazing.
It is.
And so just hearing you say that you are still paying homage, or honoring,
Mm-hmm.
your 5-year-old version of yourself, it means that now you have to speak up because maybe he couldn't speak up. Am I
That's,
right?
that's
Mm-hmm.
right. That's right.
Yeah,
You're exactly right.
yeah,
Because he didn't have a voice. You
yeah,
know, he had to put that. He still wore that. He still wore that vest with the
yeah,
fly collar on it. He still had the fly collar. I know about the fly collar.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, was it one of them velvet ones? Like
Yeah,
them
yeah,
velvet ones back in the
yeah.
day?
He still was
Okay.
sporting.
Oh, was it maroon?
Cora, you telling your age. You telling your age.
That's all right. That's all right, Carl. You and your butterfly collar, maroon Velcro.
I'm proud of it though. I'm proud of it. But
Hey, I had a dress made out of that material, so you all right.
oh yeah, you got to have your own back though. You have to have your own
Yeah,
back because there's so many people that don't have your
yeah,
back. It's so many people that plot against you. It's so many people
mm,
against you.
yeah,
They see maybe the things you have or see something about you where you go into certain spots and they start hating on you. They'll give you that the
yeah,
wrong writing on the wall to detour you to go to another direction where they really focus on themselves. So but if you fall for it, then it's
yeah,
not a Stephanie show. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
If you fall for it, it's not P2G. Pray to
yeah,
God. If you fall for it, it's not a
yeah,
rise and elevate. You
yeah,
understand? It's just not. It's not that. So it wouldn't be us talking today. Uplifting
yeah,
somebody.
yeah,
On this podcast, it wouldn't be none of that.
yeah. I think, so many times what you have to do is you have to pray to the Lord to give you discernment.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is all relationships are not good relationships. You
Mm-hmm.
have to look at the heart and the soul of people. People do things for different reasons. What the Lord is showing me in this season is all connections are not good connections. Some are temporary and for seasons. Some is just for you to do one thing and then detach and move on. The way
Amen.
the Lord showed me is sharks, snakes, and leeches. And
Amen.
and and sharks, they out to destroy you.
Mm.
Leeches wanna live off of you,
Mm-hmm.
and then snakes, they bite you. It don't
Oh,
matter how close you are, how far away
yeah.
you are. All they know how to do is bite people. They use you and bite you. And that's just what they do. And so that's how the Lord showed it to me. But we have to pray, especially in this season. We have to really pray, Lord, anybody that's not supposed to be in my life, move them, remove them.
Come on, Miss
And
Stephanie.
that's what I
Right.
pray all the time.
Yes,
And
ma'am. Me too. Yes, ma'am.
sometimes the people that disappear, it hurts you. But
Mm-hmm.
the reality is, we have to really be moved in our purpose. And you know, both of you, that was one of the things that both of you guys said, is that you pray to the Lord to show you your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we say that prayer that we want the Lord to show us our purpose, the next thing we should say is, anybody that doesn't line up with our purpose, remove them.
That's
Because
right.
people will try to distract you. There will be people that will come at you to try to get you to do all kinds of stuff that has nothing to do with your purpose. Like, you're supposed to be doing P2G. Somebody will come give you the opportunity to sell socks, and it'll be a good deal, but God didn't tell you to sell socks. You know what I'm saying? Um, but so you have to be leery of that. In this season, there are opportunities to work with people and to do things that I've had to say no, because that's not what God told me. And you have to really, Miss Anita and Miss Evelyn are watching as well, but we have to really use that discernment, that no matter what, if it's an opportunity, did God send them? Who sent them?
Who sent them? Yes.
And who sent them? Is this going to be a blessing, or am I going to regret this opportunity? Am I going to regret this partnership later?
That's
We
right.
have to think about things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, and I'm talking to anybody that's watching. You have to use keen discernment.
That's
Sharks,
right.
leeches, and snakes. Okay.
Right.
But listen, you guys are doing some amazing things. I want to continue to talk about your brand, but let me jump onto this trip y'all just got back from, and then we're going to talk a little bit more. Portia, we're going to talk about why you like Philippians 4:13. But just give us a little excerpt for those of us who looking to go on a vacation right here before. I don't know if I guess the summer is over now since kids are back in school, but anybody looking to go on a little vacation, just take about 5 minutes or so to tell us how amazing y'all's trip was.
Mm. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I come on after you.
Okay, so it kind of was a last minute thing.
Okay.
Our friend invited us to join them on a cruise, and
Mm.
this time it was Royal. I've been on Carnival, but Royal was like a whole different adventure, I must say. Royal was more
Ooh.
of a grown and sexy type of cruise, where
Okay.
Carnival is just like young and fun, but but
Yeah.
the Royal Cruise was just really grown and sexy. You saw many, adults. You saw kids, but not many. Um, you were more or less connected with a lot of business corporate type of individuals, or those older retired
Okay.
type of individuals, and it was just a real grown feeling, being able
Yeah.
to enjoy different nationalities of people, and just have a different experience. They really tailor
Hmm.
to you having the most amazing time of your life on their boat.
Yeah.
They have a nice itinerary that you can follow with million and one events from
Yeah.
6 in the morning to 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Food, the buffet is
Oh, I know y'all ate some good food. I saw some of the
yes.
pictures. I love good looking food.
Don't, don't
I mean, yeah, we had the
hold on.
buffet experience, we had the formal dining experience.
Yes.
Oh, baby,
It,
hold on.
it
Hold
was
on.
just nice. I mean, I'm so ready to go on my next one. Like,
Hold
yeah,
on.
Carl want
That
to say something about the food.
that
he about
look,
to say something
look,
about food and fitness.
look. I thought about every day. I this was ridiculous. The food was like, no matter what kind of dedication you had, you went off
Yeah.
that.
You
Yeah.
on vacation, honey? That's what you
Yeah.
I'm
You're
do.
supposed to enjoy yourself, Carl.
I'm talking about it. If you guys want to enjoy your life, anybody out there, take yourself on a cruise,
Yeah.
live your life, and this was
Yeah.
amazing. Like the shows that was there, the things
Yeah.
that you were doing,
Yeah.
the people that you was meeting. We met some amazing people.
We
And
did.
Mm. It
amazingly
looks so
We did.
fun. Yeah.
that we still in contact with to the day.
Oh,
Hmm.
Uh,
good, good.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, I
Okay.
mean, yeah, I mean, just the feeling to have to clear your mind.
Hmm.
Mm.
We went kayaking, we were scuba diving, we was
What?
everything
Wait
you
a
can.
minute. Stop the press. Y'all went kayaking.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
out there,
Yeah.
the fish wouldn't let me catch them, and stuff like that.
I wish I could have saw that kayaking. I ain't listen, I
I
wish I
thought
could
we
have saw
posted
that.
videos of us.
Yeah,
Uh,
The,
we did one video of the
the
kayak.
It was
kayaking?
one.
It was
Yeah.
amazing time.
Okay.
Everybody need to stop and enjoy their life. If you think that
Yeah.
you got to, it's all about work. Sometimes you got to take some time out for
Hmm.
yourself
Hmm.
That's right.
and go and spend some time with yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
And
what.
Carl failed to tell y'all he went to the fitness. He went to the gym every day too.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did.
So you enjoyed your food, but you still worked out.
Yeah,
Yes. He
That's
got me a couple of days, but that was about it. I was like, no, baby, this is vacation. We're not doing
yeah.
that.
I still, but you when you dedicated to something, you dedicated to.
Yeah. Yeah.
gotcha.
It wasn't a full blown workout, but it was just enough to get a little of that little sweets off.
Okay. Because they do. They tempt you with a lot of food. I remember when I
Yes.
was on the
Yes.
cruise
Yes.
and
Yes.
they
Oh
do
yeah,
tempt you with a lot of food. Okay,
oh yeah.
Portia. Let me before y'all make me start fantasizing about food.
But
Let's talk
I'm
about
telling you, I'm saying every food that you had since you was a
mm,
kid to your adult, they had it on that
they
boat.
had it. 24/7, right? 24/7.
Mhm. Yes,
24/7,
ma'am.
Mm,
24/7.
wow. Miss Portia, why
Yes,
is
ma'am.
Philippians? I mean, I know I love Philippians 4:13 as well. Why is it personally your one of your favorite verses?
Through God's strength, we are strengthened.
Yeah.
That's just in simplicity.
Yeah.
With God strengthening us, we can be defeated. We can
Yes.
only
I
we
like
can
that.
conquer anything that comes our way.
Yeah.
All you have to tell the devil is all you gotta do is speak God or Jesus' name. He gonna flee regardless.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a name that he does not desire to hear.
Yeah.
But just knowing the strength that he's provided and he's granted me with over my years of living is just it's no way to ever fathom any other strength. And
Yeah.
again, at times of other people weaknesses, someone has to have the strength.
Yeah.
And so in order for me to continue to try to hold, to get my strength, I have to in my own defense, I like to say that you can find strength within other people weaknesses, and people find your weaknesses in your strengths as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so, we have to know how to balance those things
Mm-hmm.
out. And I just, with that title, I can do all things. He didn't
Yeah.
say some, a little, most. He
Oh,
said
yeah.
all. And all means any and everything we could ever think about going through or happening in life, including death.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And a lot of my strength and my power in prayer became stronger once I lost my dad a couple of years ago, kind of unexpectedly. Um, which is something that I'm going to really share with the world in God's perfect timing, because he was a hero to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I really want people to know, even though he wasn't the father who created me, he was the father within me. And
Mm.
that's a big thing for me, because I don't think a lot of people realize, like, regardless of a person a person really birthing you or being a biological father to you, a
Yeah.
person is that was never um that wasn't God granted or God given in your life, came into your life at a time where you needed it. And that was
Yeah.
a time where I needed it, you
Yeah.
know. And
Mm-hmm.
so I just thank God for his strength.
Yeah.
I mean, God never changes. You know, He stays the same regardless of how I change or how
Right.
I fall short of my shortcomings, and we all do. But I'm
Yeah.
just thankful for His strength that lives within me. So that's why that particular verse just touches
Yeah.
me in a different way.
That is very nice. Very nice. And that is a very encouraging and uplifting scripture when you think about all things, that's
Right.
inclusive of everything. So
Mhm.
definitely a blessing. Mr. Carl Roberts, how do people get in contact to be able to purchase things from your clothing line? Do you have a website, or are they on your Facebook? How do they purchase your clothing line?
They can email me at riseandelevatecr@gmail.com, or they can call me. It doesn't matter. Or you can my Facebook is Rise and Elevate. Hit me in the DM on Rise and Elevate Facebook. I get the shirts to you. I get the shoes to you. I get the shorts to you. It don't matter. Get the bands. I got the bands, the no negative nothing. You want to keep a band on you at all times. You want to keep it on your wrist. I got the wristbands, and you'll know it's no negative nothing. That's how you can start training your mind. Once you look
Yeah.
at that morning, when you look it up every morning, it don't fade or anything. Take a shower with it. It don't matter. It's gonna be no negative nothing till the casket drop, and that's it. We're gonna positive vibes
Yeah.
only with the three ends. You know what it is, guys. I'm telling you. So yeah,
Yeah.
just reach me any way possible. Just hit me at riseandelevatecr@gmail.com, and I hit you right back. See what you need, and because the website is on its way, and it'll be here next month, and everything is gonna be posted on that website,
Very
from
good.
from the hats to the bucket hats to the trucker hats, everything. You going for the face mask and everything. If you want a face mask, it's all Rise and Elevate. I'm telling you guys, we're gonna get it together. The motivator.
Miss Portia, how do we get in contact with you? What are your handles online?
A lot of things are in development for me. I'm still working on making sure that this is the design that I want to go with which I already feel like it is very self-explanatory. It says a lot, and I have a lot of other sayings that I'm gonna also add to it that are inspirational as well.
Yeah.
My TGD is Thank God Daily. So
Okay.
I'm gonna roll out a couple of other things here soon, as well as add a wristband to pray to God with His power in prayer, so people can remember at times when you're looking down to just say something quick. God always there listening. But you look forward to all of those. Look forward to seeing all of those different things. My email, my website, all those things coming soon, y'all.
I'm going to ask both of you a question, and I'll let you answer one at a time. When I say the words healing, empowerment, and transformation, Miss Portia, which one of those words stands out the most for you, and why?
Transformation.
Okay.
The reason I say transformation is because we can all come from one place and be transformed to another.
Mm,
We can grow from our weaknesses, our shortcomings, our negative. We can overcome more things in than anything. All of them actually have a place in
mm,
transforming, but the transformation itself is where it shows growth, it
yeah.
shows wisdom, it shows you wanting to give more and do more for yourself so that
Hmm.
you can give that trial and testimony and to other people of your transformation.
Right.
Those T's are imperative in our lives. You have a test which leads to a testimony which leads to a transformation,
Hmm.
and that in itself is just it's powerful.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to see in people. You don't want to see people remaining the same. You want to
Mm,
see people transform into
that's right.
greater and better.
Yeah. Mr. Carl, same question. The word healing, empowerment, and transformation. Which one stands out to you, and tell us why?
Man, you know we got the same thing, so mine is transformation too.
Yeah.
Transformation, because you can flip the switch at any time.
Yeah.
Flip it. My main thing is you can do a 360 and turn your
Yeah.
life around.
I knew it was coming.
Always do a 360 and turn your life around, guys. You can change your thoughts, develop a positive growth mindset,
Mm-hmm.
and then your belief system.
Yeah.
With a
Yeah.
belief system, I'm telling you, I know
Yeah.
these. You call your motivator anytime. We're gonna transformation. We're gonna do this transformation for you. You can
Yeah.
and even in eating right and in the gym life, you can transform yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have to eat things that you used to eat. You can transform yourself. You know, you
Yeah.
can walk the treadmill. You can get the blood circulating. You can transform yourself. You can get off the high blood pressure pills. I did
Yeah.
it myself. I got off the high blood pressure pills. I said,
Yeah.
I don't want these high blood pressure pills. Let me get on this treadmill. Start
Yeah.
running. Next thing you know, no blood pressure pills.
I
The
got
doctor
you. I
ain't
got you.
telling me nothing. I'm gonna tell myself something. Let me
Mm.
get off there. The doctors is in it for making that money from you. You
Right.
ain't making money from the motivator. I think lift up
Carl said, "I'm gonna get on this treadmill." You know what? Listen, I started working out about 2 weeks ago. This is new.
yeah,
But I started working out about 2 weeks ago. Me and my son Isaiah as well.
yeah.
We have a friend that has put us in the gym, and
That's
whew,
it. That's it.
about
That's what.
listen, I'm showing up. I'm showing up.
That's it. Show
Hey,
up.
I'm taking a Tylenol at night, but but I'm showing up.
That's all right. You doing
Yeah,
you doing the first thing, showing up.
Yep.
yeah,
Show up and you show out.
No
And
yeah.
pain, no gain.
day
No
after day,
pain, no gain.
better, it'll get better, it'll get better. And I'm telling you, you feel good about yourself,
Yeah,
look young at yourself, you get young like the motivator. Young,
Lord.
it goes down. I'm telling you, I think I'm young. I think I'm 21.
okay. It's a state of mind. Okay,
It is very much so. Yes.
It's all in the mind.
it's all
It's
in
all
the
in
mind.
the
Yeah,
mindset. Transformation, the mindset transformation. Y'all get it? Transformation, mindset. That's where it's at.
gotcha, gotcha.
He'll be
Well,
knocked
I
out
tell y'all,
in a few minutes.
before 9 o'clock, Portia. Hey, with his young self.
nah,
Yeah.
I ain't
That's
saying
all right. That's all right. Listen, it has been so nice talking to you guys tonight.
The
Again,
same. The
Miss Portia
same.
Gilmore, Mr. Carl Roberts, the motivator. Always enjoy these two. Good catching up with y'all again. And we will
Same.
definitely do it again. Mr. Carl, you can also catch him on fourth Sunday evenings at 7 o'clock. He is also a member of the My Brother's Keeper podcast. So I know you
Mhm.
guys have seen Mr. Carl Roberts several times here on the platform, and they come on again on fourth Sundays, My Brother's Keeper. And so make sure you tune in to that as well. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight.
We appreciate
You guys
you.
just hold tight for just a moment. Thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Stephanie M. Seaton Sunday Show. If you would like to be a guest on the show, make sure you reach out to me and email me, or you can send me a message to Messenger at author Stephanie M. Seaton on Facebook. And then my email is Stephanie M. Seaton, the author, at gmail.com. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we will see you again.
If you would like to be a guest on the Stephanie M. Seaton Sunday Show, email Stephanie at stephaniemseatontheauthor@gmail.com.